This is what Matt Glazer has gone with, trying to get out of that rut, Ross.
Yeah, 3 changes. They'll be in their alt kits tonight after Mitch Osmond injured. Yeah.
His second suspension for red card in 11 games. It's the youngster Zeke Soto that steps in for his first USL start in the 10th.
Yeah. Fans are starting to get a little restless, but listen, they'll always show up to Bree Stevens to support their boys no matter what.
Up and underway. Madison debuting their alt kit.
Each clan in Scotland would have their own tartan. My mom was a Fraser, part of the Fraser clan, if you want to. Obviously going way back. I don't own any Fraser clan. And Fraser tartan, though I should.
You can own some Madison tartan, if you so please. This kit's available for purchase.
And we saw Greenville release their new kit a couple of weeks ago. One of the best sellers in team history. Their classic kit. This is the alt kit for Madison. See, Madison jerseys sell up very well everywhere, not just in Wisconsin.
Flushing wide. Knocking on the door again, it's the Mingos. Ball in centrally, it spills in! It is a dream start for the home side. Luca Dorado barrels through and makes it 1-0, 5 minutes in.
Rankenberg caught napping a little bit at his near post. Tyler Pollack taken on by his former teammate here, Nico Brown. Bartman, it was the run through though by Macias and then back to Nico Brown. Here is the duel here. Brown beats him to the byline. Gets a beautiful cross in and Macias just with the slightest of touches to redirect it.
Rick Wright has certainly been vocal about officiating in recent weeks and making himself known here. Would be well worthwhile to maybe take another look at that at the next moment of opportunity, but for now, it's nothing but a footnote. That said, Zeke Soto certainly turning things up in the attack.
And Tim Wagner coming up from MLS Next Pro. He was the top-ranked MLS Next Pro referee last month. He's had plenty of work to do here in these first 15 minutes, including a couple of potential penalty shouts for Greenville.
Toby Sims splits a line now into Ben Zakowski, who shapes the ball into Leo Castro. Castro taking aim and turning wide. Rare is it that he misses a chance like that.
On the right or the left tonight, but this was a beautifully weighted ball into the pace of Castro, and he's going to want that one back. He's almost sort of coming too straight at it. At the end, he had to put his laces.
Somehow needles all the way through into Bartman, who pushes along. Gebhard racing in. He's undercut. What's the color of the card? They're certainly calling for one.
And there was plenty of help back. I think it's got to be a yellow.
Bub and Dorado at UCF for a pair of seasons.
Was that a red card out? I think it is. Zane Bub's taken off his shin guards.
My goodness.
And Tim Wagner with another major decision. Get to that in a second after this free kick.
Let you stew for a moment. Here's Connor Evans. It's a sculpted ball in. Castro bouncing one on. And it's a marvelous save from Burn Shipman.
Another great ball in from Connor Evans. Been getting used to these this year. And I think definitely got a touch on it. Did Shipman? We'll get a good look from this angle.
Is maybe trying to assert some control over the game. What's that look like?
Well, the game hasn't been out of control, Peyton. This is the thing. There was the 2 penalty decisions early. I'll get to that in a second. The 2 early penalty decisions that didn't go Greenville's way, and I didn't disagree with either of them. They could have gone either way. And now you make the big dog-o decision and completely change the outlook of this game. And then an interesting yellow card, I'll call it just there. This is sometimes the problem, though, when you consider going from MLS Next Pro to USL League One as a step up. Perhaps some would see it. Matt Glazer's about as upset as I think a lot of the Greenville fans in attendance are. But listen, I don't know. It's a big call to make that early in the game. And this wall doesn't look like it's 10 yards back either.
Connor Evans getting the reading of the depth, the lay of the land as he strides up and hits. Connor Evans, it dips wildly, but breaks wide.
Yeah, Evans looking for the curl.
2 goals last game in 45 minutes against Westchester. Rick Wright told us that he wore himself out in the first half, so they had to take him off. But he's been as good as he really has ever been in his professional career these last couple of games. 5 goal contributions in the last 5 in all comps. Timmy Mail.
We talked to Rick about a little bit about Rodrigo. He said last year he came in the middle of the season. He said he was creating chances last year. He just couldn't put them away. Kept telling him he knew it would come good, and now his confidence is sky high. I'm watching more video with him as well.
Well worked build up of play. Nico Brown stumbling with the ball. Time to shoot! And pushed over the frame by Rankenberg.
Luca Dorado once again involved. Found Bartman out wide. Oh, excuse me, Nico Brown cutting in, and this was a quality shot from Nico Brown, and Gunther Rankenberg saw it well, moved his feet nicely. It was a comfortable save in the end, but he had to be quick about it. This ball was struck with some venom.
Brown not in the starting 11 the last 3 games after beginning the last 13 contests prior to that. Already with an assist today, nearly added another goal. This time the in-swinging corner was just glanced off the mark by Greenville.
Soto got a touch on that one.
Most recent corner was presented by Canopy Wealth Management. And this is the Madison you thought you might get soon as Zane Bubb had to exit stage left, taking much more firm control of the contest.
Yeah, Greenville here. You have to think just trying to limp into the half and then get the 15 minutes to have a chat and figure out what they want and how they want to attack this game in the second 45.
Swooping ball, Polak able to rise to it. It will once more bobble out of play. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. Ross, you've been able to sit in this ground. Not really a bad one in the venue as Rankenberg puts an end to the move.
No, for sure. It's in a great location as well. Easy to access. Parking might be an issue for some, but easy to access public transportation, walkable from downtown. Always a great atmosphere at Bree Stevens.
I love the kind of hodgepodge nature of it. And there may time enough still be for a break. Chris Garcia and Madison happy to pocket this into the intermission. It was not 5 minutes on that Luca Dorado punctured Greenville triumph.
Fresh legs. Just give it all they've got in the last 20, 25 minutes perhaps. Madison haven't got that second goal by then. These Flock fans will be very nervous.
Yes. It's off Rodrigo Robles. Some calls for handball. Domingo's allowed to continue to build. And that's a boy who is in bright form right now, Aiden Macias. With Jimmy Villalobos moving on and joining up with A.V. Alta. That's that pivot presence that's been absent this year for forward Madison. Murphy and Macias, though, doing a good job spurring on the attack. As for now, the flag is down. Derek Gebhard. Gebhard again has scored.
Well, the entire Greenville backline stopped because they all thought Dorado was offside.
Gebhard celebrates with several Madison players. You see Devin Boyce not in the team, but able to provide a firm hug. Osmond as well, and it's 2-0.
Devin Boyce in the t-shirt there.
Needling ahead for Nico Brown. Can he make another impact? Brown stepping over. He's got space. Nico Brown! Saved away by Gunther Rankenberg.
From Nico Brown. Zeke was looking for help. He thought he had help inside. That one almost caught Tyler Polak and deflected past Gunther Rankenberg.
Rick Wright said that he's come back in wide smiling fashion, much refreshed, and needed that little time off. You love that Rick Wright has the mindfulness to listen to what's going on with his players and be responsive, understand them as people. As Juan Galindraz comes on and replaces Derek Gebhard. who scored the goal to make it 2-0.
Yeah, Derek worked hard tonight. A lot more energy from this whole Madison team in the final third. Diagonal runs, opening things up. Juan Galindrez, he's used to coming off the bench.
Settled by Connor Evans, who strides away, hitting the gas. Evans is toppled. And what's the word?
He gave the free kick.
So Greenville will salivate over what could be their lifeline back into the game. It is a good time to tell you the eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. And the whooping commences. Not sure that's the sound that a flamingo makes, but if it is, that's quite delightful. With swing. Headed on! It hit the post! It's still free! And somehow does not find a way to puncture.
Offside flag came up, certainly after the shot off the post. The delivery from Evans. Once again, a lovely header by Castro. And those stooping headers we're always used to him making. Didn't go in this time, but off the post. Shipman was beaten. Fricky couldn't get it under control. On to the next match, another game at home against a tough opponent, Charlotte, coming up.
This is the first of 4 consecutive home games in the league. Of course, they'll go away to Birmingham Legion in the Cup. That's well won. Pascal Corvino again.
And XG for Madison barely creeping up just to 1.97.
Who's been booked here?
To turn around, just cut across the running angle of Corvino. Good work by Anguiano. Help get that turnover.
Player that finished last year so well. They were very excited about what he might contribute heading into this season. He's contributed a chance for Connor Evans over a 4-man wall. Sloping in at the back post, over the head of Mensah, flicked on by Siobhan Marsh. And the interest is ignited here in Wisconsin, 2-1.
You mentioned set pieces earlier. Another headed goal, this time by Siobhan Marsh. Was it the header that went in? I think it was. Well, certainly make these last few minutes very, very nervy. Lovely floated ball by Marsh. Knocked in by Mensah, his team.
A sudden sieging here in Brees Stevens. Rudderless ball, but it will stick up for Siobhan Marsh, who clashes at the end line. Won by Damia Villader.
Good job by Villader there. He was under pressure. Knew he couldn't make a slight mistake, otherwise Siobhan Marsh would have robbed him.
You can almost feel the arrhythmia in the drum beat. Real palpitacious anxiety for forward Madison. Waiting on that final bell to save them. A loose touch from Brendan Fricky, but he keeps it on. Now switching the points. Ropapa Mensah. It just bounds over the head of Siobhan Marsh. Damia Villader stuck to his shoes. Graffin guiding wide. McLaughlin, a clever pass. Juan Galindrez now. Tic-tac-toe passing. Galindrez is in. Juan Galindrez saved by Rankenberg, but not to be denied. Juan Galindrez in forward Madison. It's a trice. 3-1 the home side. Absorb any doubt.
Lovely ball here by McLaughlin to find Galindrez out the back door, and a lovely return ball. Efforts, if one of those had gone in, if Zane Bubb was still on the pitch, it could be a much different story.
And on we go. Castro able to rise to it. And that brings us to the end.